the daily wake up. Visualize your future, behave in ways needed to create your future, execute your new behaviors to fulfill your mission. We are mission chasers.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is John Vickers, owner of Explosive Performance Academy and creator of the Courageous Men program. We help men become elite versions of themselves through fitness, faith, family, and finances. And this is the daily wake up. Now, sometimes in our lives, there's a time where we have to make difficult decisions. And you as a man, you as the leader of the family, it's typically that one that needs to make that decision. And a lot of times, I know for me in the past, we kind of left these decisions up to our wives, just thinking it's fine. They got to make these decisions. We're always making decisions about work and money and stuff like that. And it's time for our wife to make a decision. But for you to be the leader of your family, your wife is not the one that needs to make the final decision on these things. Yes, you two should work together on some decisions, but she should not be the one making the final decision. You need to lead and guide your family, and you need to lead and guide decisions. And I say this as our dog, one of our dogs, because we have 4 dogs. This dog is coming to the end of her life. And she is not doing well. She is really, really struggling to live. She's really struggling to survive. I guess she's not struggling to live. She's living, but she has cancer. So she has cancer, and it's in her snoot, her like nose area, and this tumor has become very, very big, and it's grown, like overgrown her teeth, and her nose is all messed up, and she's having a very difficult time breathing. And she it's time that we have to make a decision for her. She's just bleeding more. Breathing has become more labored. And she's just tired. You can tell when you look at her. Last night we had to have a family conversation about it and tell our kids what had to happen, and she was looking at our daughter like, it's time. And as I tell you this, like she was the first animal that we got with our kids alive, because our other animals were we had already had them. Megan and I had already had them. And she was actually a rescue. We saved her life. Megan found this, it was either a Facebook or a Craigslist ad for a dog. And this was the time where I was fully immersed in work, and Megan was pretty much alone. And she, like, Megan says it all the time, like, I didn't save you, you saved me. And she found her. She found her on either Craigslist or Facebook, and the family was going to take her to a kill shelter. So Megan sent me a picture of her and asked if we could get her, go look at her. And I was like, we can look at her, but we're not gonna get her. I remember saying that. So we ended up going to look at her, and she was high energy, and she did like to play. She was playful. She was very, very high energy, and when we first got her, I honestly was ready to give her away, because she would bark at me all the time. I think there was a lot of abuse in the family. I think the dad was abusive to the wife and maybe even to the kids, because this guy was very, very protective of Megan. And she still is. If I'm just standing by Megan, she'll bark at me. She won't bite, but she'll bark at me. And she's very protective of our house and our property. Anything she sees, she's barking at. I think if somebody were to break into our house, she's killing them. But she was crazy. I was ready to give her away. And then she finally calmed down, and she's very, very loving and caring. She's a lab pit bull mix. And people were always so scared of her because she was black. She is black, and she's a pit bull. She looks like a pit bull. But she's the most loving dog. Loving, caring dog that I've ever had. And it's sad because McKenna, my oldest, is devastated, and I know Megan is devastated as well. But for Sky, the best thing that we can do is give her what she needs. And as a man, it's my decision that we have to do this before she gets too bad and is just living a life that isn't worthwhile. And as a man, as a father, as a leader of your family, there are decisions that you have to make as well. Sometimes it's going to be a lot tougher than other times. But being the leader of your family, you have to make those decisions. So as a man, you need to start figuring out where in your life is it where you're not leading, where you're not guiding your family. You're not making decisions. You're leaving decisions up to your wife to make. Your wife wants you to make decisions. Your wife wants you to lead her. Your wife wants you to guide her. Your family wants you to lead them. As a man, a masculine man, you need to lead. This is where we have, as a country, we have fallen behind, and we've allowed this thought and this idea of masculinity being a bad thing. Women want you to lead them. Women want you to lead their family. Women want you to be there to guide, make those decisions. Now, I need you to be a leader, and go ahead and go in the description of this podcast. Give me a follow, give Courageous Men a follow, grab the Lean and Cut Men's playbook, and if you're looking to change your life in 2023, go ahead and apply for the High Performance 16 Intensive, where we're going to help you become the most elite version of yourself through fitness, faith, family, and finances. And remember, chase your fucking mission. Talk to you tomorrow.